Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 2 of the new project, the white car. I'm not sure by the time you've seen this video, I'm not sure if we've got a name for it yet. If we have, obviously it'll be in the thumbnail of the video. Got to apologise actually, on the first video, the walk around, I got so excited and so giddy with seeing the service book and everything. I made a bit of a boo-boo. So I don't know if you picked up on it. When I said it had been serviced 100 miles ago, it wasn't. It was actually about 4,100 miles ago. So we're going to service it regardless for what the parts cost. We're going to change the oil. We're going to change the oil filter. We're going to change the air filter. You know, check the spark plugs. We'll go right through it and make sure it's okay. Some exciting news while we're doing this video. We've had a couple of developments with the cars that we've got. So we've sold a couple, which we'll go over to the whiteboard in a minute. I've had to move the whiteboard from its normal location to a temporary location because I've got loads of crap from the other job there, which is blocking it. So I've just plonked it over to the left of me here. So I'll spin you guys round and then I'll show you what's what and what's changed and where we are with things. So that's what I mean. The whiteboard obviously normally lives behind them boxes on the wall, but it's totally Rambo over there. So I've just popped it over here for the time being. So we'll start off over here. So the grey Popstar, the 2016, as you know, that's had the cam belt and the MOT done now and it's been cleaned. So we'll just get rid of that. That's all been done. Happy days. Over here, the red Sport is still for sale. I've got to be honest, I've been a bit lazy with that because I've been so busy with my normal day-to-day job. I've not really pushed the advertising on that much, so I'm probably going to put that back on Instagram. It'll go back on eBay and Facebook, and I'll probably park it up locally at a place where hopefully no one will damage it. So yeah, that's still for sale at the moment, Project Playboy. If anyone's interested in that, please get in touch. The red Popstar, if you remember that one, that sold about a week and a half ago, so I'm just going to take that off here now. That was only advertised for a week and sold, so we'll get rid of that. That's gone. Happy days. The mint car, Project Sean, as you know, we're working on, and this grey car here, it's the one that had the PDR. Is it PDR? Yeah, PDR. Done by Burry a few weeks ago. It was the same time actually we got the Popstar. We bought them both together. That's the one my niece was using for a few weeks. I've not even advertised that car. It's still got to go for its MOT. And someone who watches the channel, who actually lives locally, reached out to me and said, can you come and have a look for his daughter's first car? He took it for a spin, loved it, fell in love with it, and has agreed to buy it. But his daughter don't pass her test, or sorry, his daughter isn't old enough to take her test or any lessons for a couple of months. So he's asked me if I can store that for him for the time being, because it's a surprise for her, of which I've agreed to do. So that car's actually sold. So it's nice because it's sold without even being advertised, and I don't mind hanging on to it for a couple of months if it helps someone out. So we're going to get rid of that off there now as well, because that's gone. So I'll just grab the old magic pen, and what I'll do is I'll transfer that car over to here, because this is where the for sale ones go. So that'll be grey Popstar. Excuse my writing, I write like a 5-year-old. BUN16 NDF, and we are asking for that one for 4,995. There we go. That grey one's sold, but I'll leave it there for the time being. And then we've got to put the new project here. I'll just call it the White Lounge. There, and it's W018 VOP. There we go. So it's updated the whiteboard a little bit now. What we're going to do is we're going to carry on with this car. I'll delete that one off there, but we're going to carry on with this car. We're going to take it to pieces. You can see I've already got it over the ramp. We're going to take it to pieces and then see what we need in terms of parts, and then we'll add it up here as a list of things up here for the whiteboard. Then we'll get them on order, and then obviously we'll keep a tally of the parts, and then we'll see how much it all comes to at the end. But yeah, I'll just going to pop you on time lapse quickly, guys, while I get this up on the ramp, and I'll get the bumper off, and I'll come back to you afterwards and give you a damage assessment. See you soon. Up on the ramp we go then, guys. Remove the centre caps of each wheel. 4 17mm bolts hold each wheel on. Once they're removed, we can pull the wheels off. The driver's side was giving me a bit of grief, but a bit of WD-14 off that come. Next, there's a T30 bolt that hold the bumper to the wing on either side. Remove that. And then there's 3 more T30s underneath the bumper and 4 across the top. Don't forget to unplug the DRLs before you lift the bumper off, and then off it will come. Right then, folks, I thought we'd take you off time lapse when I take the bumper off, so we can have a little look together and see what we've got behind it. I've undone the 3 fixings underneath so far. The bolts, I don't know if you made it out in time lapse, the bolts that hold the bumper to the wing, they're both gone. It should just be these last 2 bolts here. I've already unplugged the DRLs and the fog lights, so all being well, as long as I don't fall arse over tit, these last 2 bolts come out and I should be able to lift this off on my own. See what happens. I do apologise that it's on time lapse a lot of the time, but otherwise the videos will be like an hour and a half long, and people get a bit titted off of them, you know. So it's just trying to find that happy balance, really. See what I forgot to unbloody clip them, didn't I? 2 secs, I'll just grab some lube. Do that with. Give me 2 secs. There we go. Do you know what? I've got a million spray bottles in here, and I picked the one that don't bloody work. Let me 2 seconds. I'm coming back. Bear me 2 seconds, guys. I'm coming back. Here we go. Right. We've got it. Here we go. Spray that in there. Hopefully that'll stop us breaking any clips. Give us a good chance not to, anyway. So I'm always nervous about doing this real time, but it makes it more entertaining for you guys, doesn't it? So, have you had any thoughts yet on how much you think we paid for this car? There we go, that one's off. Woo! In actual fact, I'm going to stick these 2 back in the top here. Otherwise this is going to come crashing down. Get back up there. Whose idea was this to do this in real time, eh? What a tit. No matter how hard you try not to break these, it is a bit of a gamble, really, whether they come out without breaking or not. Obviously, I'd rather break the plastic clip that's on the wing rather than the bumper moulding, because they're easily replaced. There we go. That weren't too bad. So yeah, have you guys had any thoughts on how much you think we paid for this yet? Be interested to read your comments. Woo! I think it's safe to say that we're going to need a new condenser and a radiator. But I'll take you off the stand, tripod. Let's put this over here out of the way, guys. And I'll take you off the stand and the tripod. Let's put this out of here, out of harm's way for a minute. Yeah. I'll take you off the tripod and we'll have a little look, see what we've got here. So again, we hide nothing on this channel. We show you everything. So the bottom crash bar, you can see it's completely untouched. The top crash bar, toast. We've got well, in actual fact, I'll have to check. I don't know if we've got a facelift one of them or not. I'm sure they're different, because I'm sure this front stand panel is different, isn't it? Because the towing eye on the pre-facelift is down here, and the facelift's up here. So I'll have to check if we've got the right crash bar for that. If not, I'll see if we can find one, or I might have to drill a hole in the one we've got. I'll have to check. I reckon the bumper's been off for the insurance assessor, because how else would they mark that with an X? They can't get to that with the bumper on, can they? So I reckon the bumper's definitely been off. Yeah, it's just done that bracket there, the headlight bracket. So I've got repair kits, but I'll have a look at that. If I can hot staple that and plastic weld that in, I will do. I'm not going to take any chances. If I can, yeah, I mean, it's solid, that light, but I'll repair that. If I can't repair it satisfactorily, I'll cut that bracket off, and we've got the actual headlight repair kits in stock anyway. And it's the same with this one. That's gone as well. So what I reckon, yeah, you can see there, look, and that's the reason why the bonnet's not sitting properly. Something's obviously hit this smack bang there. You can tell the point of impact. It's pushed that up, and you can actually see from this angle. I don't know if you can see from this angle, all right? I don't know if the camera will make it out. That latch, instead of being like that, it's gone back like that, and that's what's pushing the bonnet up and giving us the gap on these wings. So first impressions, obviously I'll strip all this down. I'll drop the coolant out of it. I'll get the refrigerant taken out of the aircon rad, and then we'll get all this off, and then we'll take this front panel off, and we'll replace the front panel. We'll get the lights out now anyway, and then we'll just start stripping the rest of this down. So I'm just going to pop you guys back on time lapse quickly while I do that. It's pointless you sitting there watching me do it in real time, really. But yeah, we'll do that. I'll stick you guys back on time lapse quickly, and we'll come back. So that's me nearly falling over my gas bottle. Yeah, we'll pop you guys back on time lapse, and then we'll come back once we. Sit rep, folks, show you where we are now. So the top crash bar's out, that's on the floor there, bent as a banana. The washer bottle's all okay, there's no breaks on that, there's no cracks on that, that's all good. Headlights are out. There's better news on them than I expected, so I'll show you them in a sec, because they're on the bench over there. You can see obviously the extent of that damage now to the aircon rad and the radiator. Good news as well, I checked with a little plug up there. I unscrewed the cap there and just checked if there's any pressure in there. I just put the little valve in with a screwdriver. It literally gave a tss, and that was it. So I knew there was no pressure in there, which means I could disconnect this confidently, and I'm not going to get covered in alien blood. So the aircon sensor's disconnected as well. I've disconnected the horn. I've just got to do the top hose on the radiator. I don't think you see that blue plug in there, which is, I presume, for the electric fan and whatnot. They've got to come off. I had a bit of a struggle with the bottom hose there. You can see the fluid coolant, and that's out of it now. But I had a bit of a struggle with that. I lifted up the clip with a screwdriver, but it was been a bit of a pain because this is moving. Every time I tried to pull the hose, it just kept moving, even if I held it by hand. So what I had to do was I give it a couple of digs with a screwdriver and a hammer just to break the seal, and then, you know, it came off, no problem at all. So I'm just going to set you guys back up on the tripod. I won't put you back on time lapse for this. Excuse me. I'll set you back on the tripod. I won't put you on time lapse for this bit. We'll undo the rest of these bolts and see if we can get this front panel off and that together. I'll just show you over here actually with the headlights. Bit of good news with them. Excuse the mess. I'm not normally this messy. So, you know, we thought that these brackets were broke. They are, but they're only cracked. You can see that there. And the same with the passenger side. See, it's just got a crack. So that'll make the repair even easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Gorilla Glue them back in place to hold them. And then I'm going to hot staple them as well. So they'll be absolutely solid, going nowhere. So obviously we're never going to replace these headlights for such trivial damage because they're about £140 each and that, you know, whereas, you know, the pre-facelift ones I can get them for 35 quid. So, you know, we're never going to replace them. We'll repair it, no problem at all. So I'm just going to set you back up on the tripod now, guys, and we'll get this front panel off together and hopefully it won't fall on me. So I'll pop you back on the tripod. Right, I hope you can see that all right. So I've just took most of the bolts out of the bottom crash bar to make it a bit easier while I film it and do it on camera, so I've not got as many bolts to take out. I took off the bonnet catch as well. That's just three 10mm head bolts there, and then you just got to unclip it out of two little clips there. So that's hanging down in there now. I think all I've got left to do is that blue radiator plug and the top hose, and it should be ready to unbolt these last four and take off. Bit fiddly to get your hand in there. That's right. I've not done one of these before, so we've been pretty lucky that all the cars we've had, get off there, you get. Yeah, all the cars we've had have not needed front ends. Let's grab a screwdriver. Actually, I think you've got to pop a screwdriver in there. Ping that off with. Drop this down a bit. I know I'm super lucky to have this ramp. It makes it so much easier. Try that. And of course not being out in all the weathers outside. There we go. Should come out of there now. God, Jesus. That is well in there. Oh, I don't think it's ever been off. Here you go, gotcha. Pop that back on there. Bear me a second, I'm going to pop this back on here. Come on, get on there. Get on there for Terence. There we go, that's it. I think that's hooked on there still with a little clip. Cable tie, I think that is actually. So we'll just pop the screwdriver through that and break that. Come on. They don't make it easy for you, do they? Get. Yeah, they don't make it easy. I think there's another plug there as well. Oh, I see it. There's another plug down here as well. So that one's got to come off. There's a black plug down here as well. Let's have that one out. So this is why I tend to do stuff in time lapse rather than real time, so you don't see me buggering about with stuff like this for 10 minutes. Sorry about this, guys, but awkward to get in there. Get off there, get. Do that. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lower this down a bit actually. I'll unbolt these, I'll lay that forward and it'll give me better access in there. So I'm just going to pop them off now. I'll try that as a plan. 13mm socket as well. Right, sorry about the noise. Bottom bar. Yes. That should come out of there. Right, so it should just be now, these top 4 13mm bolts. It should lay forward. So I'm just going to lower this down a bit more now, guys, so I can sit that on the floor. That's the plan anyway. See if it works. Make sure I'm not going to squash nothing. Nearly there, nearly there. Make sure I don't squash nothing. That'll do. Right. Let's see if this works. Of course, I could be completely wrong. It go tits up and fall on me. We'll give it a bash. Leave that one loose. So, let's try. Stay. Moment of truth. Is this going to come off? Yeah, it is that last little plug. You can get. And the top hose as well, I forgot to take off. Muppet. Right, I'll just pop that back on there. My plan didn't work. Right. I'll tell you what I can do. Actually, I can swing that out now. I can't have to the bottom bolts out. Try that. There's one poxy clip in there that I can't get out. I'll get it. Gotcha. There you go. Terence got it. So I wonder if you guys have been busy guessing how much we've paid for this at the moment. So it'll all be revealed on the final walk around video once it's all done. It'd be interesting to know your thoughts and whether you think we've paid too much or too little when I tell you guys. This has got one of them horrible hose clips that's crimped up rather than does up. I hate these stupid bloody things. I'm just going to pop that off and then that top hose can come off and then this will come off then. Bear with me a second. There we go, got it. Let's get this top hose off. Bosh. Right, we should be there now. Front end panel removal, take 2. Confidence is high now, boys. Confidence is high. We can do it. We can do it. Just that there. And are we there? Are we there? We're close enough. I'm sticking that now. What's that? Epoxy cable tie that I said about. Right, let's have that off there. Sharpish. There you go. We got it. So bear me a sec, guys. I'm just gonna tip the rest of this coolant in there so it don't go all over the floor. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, so she's off. So give me a sec. I'm just gonna get rid of the rest of this coolant before I kick it all over the floor, and then I'll take you off the tripod. We'll have a little walk round and see the damage. Now the front end's off. Right, so I've lifted it back up on the ramp there, guys. I've moved all these stuff that we took off over there behind the car. We'll go through that in a sec, but just wanted to show you. So this is what it looks like once the front end's been removed. I've checked these chassis rails. I'll show you again in a sec. They're completely square. I mean, you can see there's nothing bent. There's no kinks or anything like that. So it's not touched them at all. This is, I mean, you can see there, like that's not even bent. Completely straight. Washer bottle, it's okay. That's not been broken. The exhaust all looks okay. Lambda sensor, that all looks okay. This chassis rail's okay, and I'll prove to you guys now. I've got a bit of unistrut here. Use a straight edge. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and get it the best I can with the camera. Sorry if it's not the best, but see what I mean? Touches right the way along. Move it down to the bottom. Touches right the way along. So I know that's completely square. Nothing's been moved. Nothing's been bent. So happy days there. We'll take a little walk over here now and I'll show you the parts. So the bottom crash bar is fine. That's not been touched. We can save that. These are the bits that I've removed. So the electric fan, as long as that works electronically, that's okay. We can reuse that. That's not been broke. Nothing's snapped off of it. It spins freely. It's not bent or anything. That's all good. We can use that again. The top crash bar, as you can see, is toast. That's where the towing eye obviously should line up through that hole there. And that's how you tell whether it's a facelift or a pre-facelift one, because that hole, that towing eye, won't be there. It's in the bottom crash bar, not the top one. So if ever you replace one of these front ends, make sure you get the right one for the right car. So yeah, we've got to replace that. AC condenser, as you can see, mullered, so we've got to replace that. The rad pack, as you can tell, where it's been hit, it snapped the bracket there and snapped that out of there, so it's just hanging in there. The radiator ain't actually that bad condition, to be honest. It's just got a few bent fins, but obviously it's going to get replaced anyway for 65, 70 quid, whatever they are. We're going to replace that. And of course, the actual front panel. So as far as I can tell, the only place there's any damage really is this bit here, which is right where the bonnet catch is, which I'll lift that up. You can tell where the impact was there, can't you, straight away. So again, I reckon why that bonnet was sitting up slightly, as it's had an impact here, it's pushed that up, pushed that back, and it's twisted the bonnet bracket, you know, the catch it sits into, and it's just pushed the bonnet up slightly. So I've no doubt whatsoever that bonnet will shut properly once we get a new front panel. So I've sent this list of parts to my brother via WhatsApp now. He's on the internet already looking for the new parts. If we can get brand new ones, we will. If not, we'll get obviously used ones, but obviously they've got to be good condition. We're going to put a new condenser in it. We're going to put a new radiator in it. We never buy second hand them. We always buy brand new. The crash bath we can't find brand new. As I say, we will get a used one, and the same with the front end. If we can't find a new one, we will get a used one. But yeah, so that's that. So they're the parts we've got to replace. Them 3 or 4 bits there. The bumper, I've got to strip down. That'll probably be in the next video. But I've got to strip the bumper down, take all the trim off, see what sort of condition all the trim's in, see what we can save, what we can't. I need to check that DRL there actually. Yeah, so it's just snapped the bracket off. The bracket's still there, so it looks like I can hot staple and glue that back in together. So that'll be okay because they're expensive than DRLs as well. So yeah, the next video on this car will be stripping down the bumper, all the new parts arriving, and probably putting the front end back together once they've arrived. And I'll let you know how much they've all cost as we go along. So that's where we are at the moment with it. Give you another quick glimpse in front of it. As you can see there, that's what it is at the moment. So it's not been too bad, to be honest. I think if you add up the total time in and out of time lapse and whatnot, it's probably took me hour and a half, I suppose, say an hour and a half, take the front of that car apart. So I know I'm pretty lucky that I've got the ramp there. Obviously, it wasn't given to me, I had to pay for it. But it does make life so much easier that you're not crawling around on your driveway in the piss and the rain. So, yeah, I do appreciate that I'm lucky I have that. Right then, folks, that'll probably wrap this video up for today. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the car, what you think of the work, if you think I could have done anything better or worse, what you think of the damage, how bad you think it is. Have a guess, see if you think how much we paid for the car. Put that in the comments. All will be revealed at the end of the project, which hopefully should only be another couple of videos. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know when a new video is released. I appreciate we ain't released as many as what we had hoped over the last couple of weeks, but my normal job's just been so busy, it's been hard to try and get on the cars, but we've made a start now. So thanks very much for watching. Look after yourselves, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.